Not enough people are talking about the details of the lockdowns in Shanghai. And for some perspective, this isn't just coming from right-wing outlets. Much of this information and footage is coming from reporters from CNN who are stuck in Shanghai. Some of what is going on with their lockdowns include paper taped across your door and door frame so authorities can tell if you've opened the door. Bike and padlocks locking homes and apartments from the outside. Food being delivered by the government and rationed. Clubbed-to-death pets of those testing positive for COVID who have hauled away to COVID facilities, and other pets being placed in plastic trash bags on the street curb, alive. And maybe the most concerning audio of all, resist your soul's desire for freedom, as spoken from a drone flying over the streets of Shanghai. While there are so many links and videos to share, here is one. Joe, this is Shanghai, the third largest city in the world. It is a financial and shipping global powerhouse. It is wealthy and cosmopolitan. As you listen to the thousands of screams from residents in beautiful high-rise apartments, why couldn't this video just as well be Toronto, London, Paris, or Singapore? And why couldn't these be the screams of the New York City wealthy residents of the Upper West Side or Upper East Side as they look out upon Central Park? You're probably right, though. This would never happen here in America. Then again, if you asked me 5 years ago if we would have closed our nation for 3 weeks, made major changes to the way we vote, allowed students of the failed academy to topple statues of our founding fathers, or have been federally mandated to accept a vaccine we knew little about, I'd have probably said this is America. That bleep would never happen here. Pushing back and encouraging others to do the same, Scott Matura. They're harrowing videos.
Yes.
And I can find no reason why they're not truthful. I'm seeing and hearing what I'm seeing and hearing.
Well, and not to mention, it's not like it was just one of them. There's thousands of them that exist from all sorts of different angles.
Along those lines, good morning, gang. I have some global perspective to share. In the U.S., we are 80% behind COVID. Most locations have moved forward to a normal. My wife and I went to dinner tonight, and no mass or extreme anxiety by any euphorians. That said, I manage folks from around the world. First, UBAID in Germany. I invited UBAID to the U.S. for a month-long stay to gain experience and understanding of our company culturally. UBAID was ecstatic, citing the extreme lockdown and inability to live life in Germany. UBAID has had 3 shots and also contracted COVID, but cannot enjoy 80% of his life pre-COVID. He has more freedom when he returns home to Pakistan than he does in Germany. Second, a brand new employee, Michelle, in Shanghai. Here we go with Shanghai. As is the case in today's business world, conversations begin with, how is COVID? Next is, are you excited to come to America for the global training and team building? Michelle proceeded to tell me that she did not think she could leave China. She was currently unable to leave her 500-square-foot apartment, literally unable to leave for the previous 5 days. All food and household items must be delivered to her door for fear of government penalty. I could wax on about never ceasing to take my mutt for walks, watching kids ride bikes, saying hello to hundreds of fellow walkers. It's interesting when I talk to my global colleagues that I think I am lucky to be an American, but then again, can't help but think how many freedoms have been eroded, not just with COVID, but just over the last 30 years. Are we the proverbial lobster sitting in the proverbial pot of increasingly heated water, pushing back because we must, Dan? So that's really a verification of the lockdown in Shanghai when he's talking to a woman who fears I can't even get out of here. That's truly amazing. It's truly, truly amazing.